on in and have a seat in here.
Oh, thank you. Right here?
Yep, that's good.
Thanks. Hi, Rosalind. How are you today?
I'm fine.
You're fine? I'm so glad I finally got a hold of you. What happened last week? I thought we were supposed to meet.
I was busy.
You were busy.
Yeah, I met someone. He's really great. We started getting serious about a week ago.
Can you tell me more about that?
Well, he started taking me on dates about a week ago.
Okay, well that sounds really nice. Can you tell me more about those dates?
Well, we went to dinner one night and then bowling another. And if you count the night that we met, we went to the bar, but not my usual bar. We went to the classy one down on Fifth.
Okay. So is that part of the reason why you canceled your visitation?
Well, I was with him, if that's what you mean. I felt like I was doing so well with my personal life, you know? The kids, getting back into my own place. I thought I deserved a night out. Do some work on my love life. Plus, I thought that it would be too soon for him to know I have 2 more children.
Well, you've been doing a really great job getting your life back together again. How do you think he would react knowing that you had 2 more children?
Well, how would it make you feel?
I'm not sure. I think knowing more about how it might help you would shed some light on your situation.
He'll probably think I'm a horrible mother. I mean, I'm already on TANF. I only have 2 of my own kids, and I can't even have the other 2.
Well, what makes you assume that he would think those things? If he's asking you on dates, he must have some sort of feelings for you, right?
It's just the way men are. I mean, they jump ship as soon as something tough comes along. I should know. It's happened to me my whole life. I have been hurt by every man in my life.
Sounds like it must have been really hard for you.
Nah, I don't need a man. It's not like I've ever had one. Ever since Dad was out of the picture, I've taken care of myself.
How did you feel knowing that your dad was not around when you needed him?
How did I feel? I felt too much. I don't want to talk about it.
I know this will be hard for you, but perhaps by talking about how you felt and the things you thought and the things that happened, we could get a better idea of how it affected what happened and how you feel now.
I guess I'll give it a try. So, what was the question? How did I feel?
I think that sounds like a good starting point.
Okay. I felt angry. I felt abandoned. I thought that it must have been my fault in some way. If he wasn't there, it must have been because we weren't good enough for him.
Let me see if I understand what you mean. You felt as though the reason he wasn't around, the reason that he abandoned you, was because you weren't good enough?
Yeah, that's it.
This sounds similar to another situation we were just talking about. The one with your new boyfriend.
He is not like my father.
Exactly. Yet you still feel that he will react just as your father did. The assumption that you've carried with you all these years about why your father left is having an effect on how you view men now.
It's not my fault I feel that way. It's what happened and it's what he did.
I'm not looking to place blame on what happened to anyone. Placing blame will not make it so that it never happens. Instead, we should learn from what happened and learn how our thoughts, feelings, and actions can affect the situations that we are currently in, so that doesn't happen again.
And what if I tell him and he leaves?
You can't know until you try. But I think we can both agree that the longer you keep the truth from him, the more likely he is to leave when he finally is told.
I just don't know yet. Not yet, anyway.
Sounds like you need a little bit more time.
You could say that.
I think that's understandable. Can I ask you to work on something for me between now and the next time that we meet?
Sure, as long as you're not going to make me tell him yet.
I'll not make you do anything. The decisions you make are going to be your own, but I can only help guide your hand.
Okay, so what is it that you want me to do then?
Have you ever kept a journal?
What, like a diary? I had one of those when I was a kid. I wasn't very good at keeping up with it, though.
Yeah, it's going to be similar like a diary. At least once a day, I would like for you to write down some of the following things. Write down about social situations and interactions that you have with others. How did you feel what you were thinking before, after, and during those interactions and encounters? Do you think you can do that for me?
I suppose I could, but what is it supposed to do?
Just as your assumption about men that you got from experiences with your father may be affecting your current relationship with your new boyfriend, there may be other assumptions affecting your life that we're not even aware of. I think that it'll be important to understand some of these things if we are going to accomplish our goal of reuniting you with your children, something that we would both like to see happen.
Well, yeah, I'll give it a try.
One other thing that may be beneficial is to set a goal that you're capable of accomplishing, one that you can complete before the next time we meet.
Like what?
Well, this past week a few visits were missed. How about something as simple as you will make all your visits before the next session?
Well, I was gonna do that anyway.
Well, I know you're capable of doing it, so we can work on something tougher the next time. But this will be a good starting point for now. So the next session, you'll have the log for me, correct?
Yes, and I will tell you all about my visits.
I'm looking forward to it.